The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand, Zane Gonzalez to get things started. And off we go from Arizona. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
On play action, Brissett. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On 4th down, it's Matt Hawk to punt. Taken at the 19. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to 1 score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the 4th quarter, if this thing's within 1 score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week. All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Austin. That is 16th touchdown of the year.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is 1 missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cards offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun is Brissett. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down. on the run. Here's Carter. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A carry. This is Carter. And good red zone running here. Taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's the tight end. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
We're set. That one, take it in. Jalen Brooks. Touchdown, Barrett, and of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. 3rd and goal. We're set. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Armadillos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Following the penalty, they'll run it. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. They'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. So that'll bring up fourth down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. That's fielded at about the 18. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Brissett, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run. And a nice run. Sliding to a halt. A pickup of 9. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Cardinals offense ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A run with Carter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here is Brissett. He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense comes away with a turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Armadillos offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Philippe sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. A handoff as they try to run it here.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. And that will be a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Armadillos. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the 1st play. To throw, it's Brissett. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
What a first half of this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, it's Brissett. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Armadillos offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. To the 45. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play to kick off this drive. 55 yards on the game.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
He's going to run it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Austin. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. The Armadillos move out to a 21-3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. That's Harrison in motion. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throw it. We're set. Now a screen set up for Carter. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run here. It's Carter. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. That one good for 29.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Reset, gonna throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. He'll swing this one out wide to Carter. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Carter is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Armadillos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And they have been great in the red zone all year. You see the numbers to back that up. They've got 2 touchdowns on 3 trips so far in this one. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here. Up the middle. Finds an alley to the 35. Score again. Touchdown, Armadillos. It is his 3rd touchdown of the game, and 18 now on the season. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cards offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Here's a zone read to start the drive. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain. They'll go play action here with Brissett. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Back to the right side. Caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. This one's fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now a give up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that one thrown away to the sideline. It's incomplete. It's a frustrating series. It'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cardinals offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun is Brissett. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket. And with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got it inside the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. A run on 1st and goal. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Flush to his right.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. To throw is Brissett. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown Cardinals. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Armadillos offense about ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Moving to his left.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Open man, left side. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. That's enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Armadillos going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. On first down, we're set. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And this is the rookie first-round draft pick, Matthew Golden. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Packers win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. We go from there to this, the NFC title game rematch from a year ago. Eagles and Commanders, this one in D.C. And it's the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Eagles win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Armadillos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. So that'll cost them half the distance. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. They'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll throw now, 3rd and forever. Forced out left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
On the run, here's Carter. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just...
Oh, the ball's out. It is picked up by the defense. To the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back set to go once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Play action, and here's Brissett. To the right side here, pass is caught, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. We're set now on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Brissett. Back right side, that's the tight end, McBride. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. That's Harrison in motion. Brissett going to throw again. Fire quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. Here's Carter. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. We're set. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
the Armadillos offense, and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. First down throw there is incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Take this down inside the 35. Give him 10 more on that one. And another 1st down. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. 1st and 10. The middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. The gun, he'll throw, headed left, find time, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Austin. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cards offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Brissett. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Run with Clark. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. It is 3rd and long. Here is Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. On play action, Brissett under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throw it. Reset. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Reset, gonna throw. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This from 40 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you have to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Armadillos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
A gain of 18 for number 18. And a 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jordan Burch in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Give on the ground, and the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with him again, and it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held held to no gain. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's 2nd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Armadillos add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Cardinals offense, and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll run here. It's Carter. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain. A carry. This is Carter. Big opening up the middle. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Ryland's kick here is good, and the Cardinals are able to edge a bit closer. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Armadillos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the catch. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. Cardinals say they have it, and they do.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
There's Jonathan Gannon, the head man for the Cardinals. His guys heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Brissett. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright, and it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun is Brissett. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he's going to have the Cardinals' 1st down on what will be a big play there from 4th and long.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Man in motion, heading right. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll step up and run. Whoa! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll run again.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Punt team headed out for the Armadillos. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now, it's Brissett. They'll try to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. They'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Gonzalez now for the point after. He's got it. The Armadillos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. There's Jonathan Gannon, the head man for the Cardinals. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Brissett. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Back to throw. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They put Wilson in motion. On 3rd and long, here's Brissett. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Armadillos offense ready to get back at it. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He runs with it. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. Now a run on first down. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So, it's a win for our visitors. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.